Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to episode 10. We open up here with me assisting an assault on an enemy station. And as you can see, my firepower is not great for this. There's like 2 or 3 other ships with a bunch of Tesla turrets going to town on it. And I'm just like shooting spitballs at it, basically. Not real happy with my weaponry at the time, so I'm like, okay, let's get rid of that launcher. Let's look through some other stuff. I think I ended up putting a chain gun on it. But we speed it up at this point, you kind of get an idea just how long it takes to take these down. His shields just went down. I've got my crappy little salvaging turret, trying to pick off the generators. Just get some easy trinium for sale. Or for use, whatever. But as it turns out, while the hull is still intact, that's not an easy thing to do. You can't really cut their ship apart while it's still alive. It's not easy. After it's exploded and the hull is destroyed, then it's much easier. But you see me trying to pick these off, and I don't end up getting a whole lot out of it. Definitely something. When you get to these larger pieces, my turret is not doing that much damage. They're ticking for 3s and 4s. It's something. Was it worth all this time? Probably not. It was a fun experience, though. Change my weapons up again. I think I found another neonite salvaging turret. It's not as efficient, but it's something. Steady working on this generator here on the top, and it's just not giving in. To sum this up, it wasn't really worth the time. Unless you've got some really good salvaging lasers, it's not going to be easy to pick those off. And then you also kind of need a big cargo bay. And the ability to pick up and sell stolen goods. So let's get past that. What you'll see next here is me trying to find out where my ship is, because it was destroyed off camera. So unfortunately I didn't capture it, but if I had to imagine what it looked like, it's probably something like this. Anyway, I managed to track it down, find out where I left the wreckage, and I'm not very strong in this area. But let's jump in anyway, and it's a terrible scenario. Look at this. Torpedoes incoming. There is a hyperspace blocker right there, blocking my exit. I cannot leave. So, there's already other wreckages all over this sector, so my only option is just to kind of look around and find my wreckage of my old ship, because I want my stuff back. Mostly the systems, like the Zotan artifact that was left on it. And there she is. You can see the whole right engine's been blown off, and whatever crew it had has been jettisoned to space. If this game was more adult oriented, you'd see little bodies floating around outside it. But I managed to recover my stuff here. Mostly that Zotan artifact. That was the important thing. Now, there's no way I can take out all these ships. There's like a dozen enemy ships here. Take one last look at the wreckage and try to bounce. Yeah, the only thing I can do here is just deflect these torpedoes. I've got like every defensive turret I have is on right now. I think there's 3 of them on there. So just gotta destroy the torpedoes and get enough range away from that hyperspace blocker so I can jump out of here. Boost, full throttle away. I think I was gonna just keep trying to boost and outrun those torpedoes, but yeah, let's not do that. This last time I was here, as soon as I showed up, it was just one single torpedo. Penetrated my shields and just blew the ship up immediately. So I ended up getting out of there. Nice and clean. And I had another design that I've been playing with in creative mode for a while. And here she is. A lot more hull. A lot more armor. In fact, the whole top and bottom of the ship, besides the parts you see sticking out of the top there and glowing, that's all armor. So, got it all set up. And time to get crew transferred over and get the systems from the other ship. All that good stuff. I couldn't figure out how to transfer the torpedoes. If there's a way to do that, I didn't see it. But I wasn't super concerned about that, so whatever. Just get my cargo, and I gotta make some last minute additions here. Get some thrusters on there for some lateral thrust. Both sides, 3 of them, that should do. And then what you see here is kind of the final product for the time being. I stuck some more shield generators on the side there. And what better way to test it than against a large fleet of Zotan? There's quite a few of them. So, I've also changed the weaponry considerably. It is all 100% lasers and Tesla turrets now. And you can see it's melting this dude's shield. Like, pretty fast. We like that. But this large fleet of ships, that's like, I don't know, was it like 10 of them? It's a pretty good challenge. Getting pounded on. Let's see how good these shields are. I'm pretty sure that some of those are pulse cannons too, because they are getting through the shield and hitting my hull, but I got a lot more hull on this ship than I did on the other one. So that's a big plus. I'm also kind of not on my own here. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, that is indeed a legendary that came off of this guy. That's not just pink paint. But I did manage to pick it up right here after I crashed into him. That is a legendary Tesla turret that I end up using, and it's sick. Anyway, back to it. Getting blasted on quite a bit here. Shields are holding for now. These small ships have a lot of armor, so it took me a while to melt through that. Get a nice exotic item. I believe that's a quad plasma turret that uses way too much energy for me right now. Anyway, I sat back for a minute, let the shields recharge, got back into the action. Long ships are long. It's irritating the way they just spin around, and it makes it hard and difficult. High mass areas. Makes it hard to target high mass areas, I should say. What did I say? Hard to difficult? It's hard to hard. I'm eating all kinds of fire here. I think there's somebody around here with some pretty serious launchers. Oh yeah, just 3 rockets just went over my shoulder basically. This guy's got his lasers trained on me. Chain gun fire. Oh, it looks like someone else has got their attention for now. There are plenty of other friendly ships in this sector. Oh yeah, here comes a big, huge string of rockets. Luckily, I don't think they're seekers, because most of them just missed. So try to keep moving here. Ramming speed! More pulse cannon coming in, chewing away at my hull. Shields are taking a beating again. Stay with it. Kablooey. I think now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. There's not a lot of ships left. It's probably half of them are taken out by now. Another stupid long ship. Trying to avoid rockets. This is the guy with all the rockets. He needs to die. Some pretty good firepower. And also a crap load of hull. So I gotta go to work on this guy for a minute. You see there's 4 other friendly ships over there going to work on another long ship. So I didn't do this all by myself. But still, it's a pretty good test of the new ship. It kind of put it through its paces. And she's holding up. Luckily, I don't have to deal with any torpedoes, but just good old-fashioned guns and shields and hulls. She's holding up just fine. Gotta go to work on this guy for a minute. He's shooting everybody but me, basically. And then he's done. So then I think there's just like one more, this guy, and then the guy that the other ships were working on over there. His shields go down quick. And then I go for the vitals, blast away at his generators, pick up some tritium in the process. Then he pulls an interesting maneuver here. I'm just kind of seeing what parts I can blow off of him. Check this out. He smacks me. Smacks me with that antenna coming off his ship. Not a bad idea. The whole... You can get melee builds going now, and you just slap each other around in space. Interesting. Anyway, he doesn't have much firepower. And he goes down eventually. Somewhere right around there. Anyway, from here on out, you're going to see things accelerate quite a bit. Because I found some Xanian mining turrets, and that's what I did for quite a while. I did a lot of mining, started throwing a lot of Xanian upgrades at the ship, one at a time, until it was just completely Xanian. And actually in that battle, with the Zotan there, I picked up quite a bit of good weapons. So, next up, I'm in this part of space where I started finding these curious little satellites. These research satellites. And what they do, they lead to a boss. You can blow them up and get a quick bit of loot. You'll run into several of them in yellow mass areas, in a certain portion of space. And once you destroy enough of them, the leader of that group gets kind of upset with you. I believe it's 4 you have to destroy. I only got 3 here on camera. But, yeah, once you destroy enough of them, this is a boss. It's a mobile energy lab. And this is, yeah, that's for real. 12,000 Omicron firepower. What happens is, his firepower scales with yours. If I were to show up with a tougher ship, his would be more. If I were to show up with a weaker ship, his would be less. So, I'm not sure about his shields and his hull, though. I'm not sure if that scales with you or not. But, I've faced this dude before. I know how he works. He just uses, energy weapons. So I was like, see if torpedoes work. No, that one got shot down. Let's try a couple more. Nope, he's got some kind of... I don't know what that is. I guess it's a plasma turret? But I'm like, okay, so is he just... Am I just getting unlucky here? And, the turrets are hitting the crossfire? There, he just obliterated my shields in seconds. So I can't stand toe-to-toe with them. Let's try some more torpedoes. Okay, now it's clear that they were not getting destroyed in the crossfire. He has an active defense turret. No, it didn't stop me from trying some more. Load up more torpedoes! I was like, he's only got one defense turret. There's got to be a way to get some through. Meanwhile, I have no shields. So, I remembered how this worked now. You got to put stone on your ship. Because that's what it nullifies electrical damage. And that's what he's using over there, is lightning guns and things of that nature. So, try to put some distance between us. Try to slap some stone on the front of my ship real quick. It's not easy when he's got some pretty good range. And I'm like, okay, it's like a snowplow kind of thing. I'll just stick this stuff on there and that'll do the trick, right? Uh-oh, getting blasted again. Let me see, is this enough stone to take him out? Nope. He's got way more shield than me. It's not happening. He's chewing into my hull. We got problems. I really didn't want to have to leave and come back because not all bosses work that way. They don't let you just come back in and, you know, pick up where you left off. So I wanted to get it done right here and now. Keep trying to stick the stone stuff on the ship. Try to make it work. Put more stone on there. Get enough distance between us where I can let my shield recharge for a bit. What can I stick on there? So we give that a shot. I got more. Oh yeah, and then I go another layer here so that just in case he gets under me. Still don't have full shields, but I give it a crack anyway. It's better. Still not good. And yeah, it just became clear that it wasn't going to happen. Running away was the best option. What I had to do is just completely transform my armor blocks into stone. And then I added a bunch more, and now we're going toe to toe, straight up. I added that Tesla turret that I got earlier, doing way better damage on his shields now. Still had me sweating. He's down to 3/4 hull, and I'm going down 2. It's just a DPS race now. Luckily, my DPS is a bit quicker. Not by a lot. But there we go. He has been vanquished. He took out half my hull. I was pretty close to having to escape this one as well. There's our Zotan artifact. That's what we came for. I'll be taking that. And of course I chopped the ship up after this. But here's a look at what the ship looked like after I had stacked all the stone on it. Gotta get it repaired so I can swap everything back over. As you can imagine, it is really freaking heavy after all of that. But anyway, next episode, I wanted to build a cargo ship just to keep all my stuff, because I was trying to stack up a bunch of stuff to build railguns, and I didn't feel like carrying it on me. So let's do some shipbuilding next episode.